Okay, so good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the EFL Talks. And today's topic, as we all know, is reading. And I'm going to go ahead and present an activity on how we can turn reading into an art book. And you probably wonder, how is that possible? How can we integrate drawing and coloring into reading? Well, that can be easily done. I will explain in a few minutes. But before we go ahead, I just wanted to let you know why I decided to do this. It's because one of the reasons a lot of my students, when it comes to reading, they kind of get like panic attacks. Oh no, reading, it's too long, too boring, too complicated, we don't understand, and so on. And it's not fun. So they just wanted to do something that it will be a little bit fun for them. And that's why I came up with this particular activity. But we all understand that reading is very important, and it's an important part of the teacher's job. So we have to find ways to make that easy. Reading can provide good models for writing. The more they read, the better they become also in writing. Also can provide opportunities, okay, for to study language. They can learn, they can improve the vocabulary, grammar, punctuation, and the way we construct sentences. Last but not least, we need to mention that reading text can introduce interesting topics and can stimulate discussions later on and excite imaginative responses, especially for like more advanced levels. Now, this particular activity was meant for A2 levels, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead. So now, what you do, like, first of all, I don't use books from textbooks as we use for English language. So I have a great variety of books, okay, to choose from, okay. And for this particular activity, I have chosen Tom Sawyer, that was meant for A2 level students. And I want you to have a look. I have some of the books here open. So you see on the top, you see the drawing, and at the bottom, you see the extract, right? So your job, what you need to do here as a teacher, is to remove that extract and put it on a slip of paper. You write it or you copy it, whatever, right? Okay. Now, you have to make sure when you do these activities that the readings are appropriate for the level of your class and, of course, the age. Okay. So next thing, what you do is you divide your class into small groups. Now, depending on the size of your class, okay, you can put them either in 3 to 4 students, you can put them together, or if you have smaller ones, you can just pair them up, okay? And the next thing for you to do is to hand out the paper slips to each student in every group. Okay, so you give them out, and you give them random, which means they are not in order. Okay, so what the students now need to do is to read the extract. And on their own, they're doing that on their own, and then you tell them, okay, that after reading that, they will have to come up with a picture to accompany the reading that is related, okay, to this. I'm going to show you later in the next slides how it's going to look. Okay, so they do the work on their own. So they do the reading. Okay, and then they use the paper to do the drawing on the top and copy the extract you had given them at the bottom. Okay, so once this is done, the next thing for them to do within the group, okay, they need to put the story in a logical order. And to do that, each one reads reading their extract aloud, okay, and then they need to decide which is the first part, the second, the beginning, the introduction, the middle, and the final part. Now, this is just a sample. Okay, this is the original copy. Okay, with the extract, and this is what the student did. Okay, so after reading the extract I had given them, okay, this is what they came up with. Okay. Remember, this is A2 level students, so it is addressed to kids. Okay. So on the next stage, as I said, of the reading activity, after they read the story aloud, and they aim to understand the sequence of the events so as to put the pages in a chronological order. Okay. Now we're finishing the task, okay, by having by putting all these pages together. Okay, so there's going to be a discussion within the group. Okay, so they decide what goes first, second, and so on. And of course, they need to get the teacher's approval, which means the teacher is going, while monitoring, is going to check and say, yes, it is good. So the final stage will be to do the book binding. Okay, and this is where the kids, the learners get to, they're going to work on the aesthetic of this activity, and they're going to bring out all their artistic skills. All right. Now, what you need to remember. Okay, so here we are, like reading has magically turned into an art book. Okay, so these are just a sample of students' work, like a couple of pages from the book. Okay, on Tom Sawyer, what they did. Now, what you need to remember while you do this is things that you need to remember is that the readings should be always appropriately chosen for the level and age of your group. Okay, don't give them anything that is too difficult or too easy. Okay, choose topics, okay, readings that they can be interesting to them. Otherwise, they might get discouraged. Okay. Also, try not to give them something that it's too, I'm always talking about for A2 level, something that is not too long, okay? Because if they see it, they may get discouraged and they're not going to bother with the reading, okay? You have to remind them, and while you monitor, while they do this class work, okay, you have to remind them that the idea is for them to comprehend the reading, okay? Not the vocabulary, okay? So you have, obviously, before you go ahead with this activity, okay, you need to teach them how to scan and skim a text, okay, and you need to put emphasis on the reading for a general idea, not for words, okay. Also, be patient if your learners, your students, need more time. Sometimes they do get carried away, especially when they start drawing and they feel very relaxed and happy, okay? So give them a little bit more time because it's supposed to be something to, a reading to relax them, to take a break from, the classroom, the classroom routine and so on, okay? The most important thing that you should do as teachers is to make sure that you praise them for their achievement, and once the book is ready, okay, do not forget to tell them that they did an excellent job and that you feel very proud, and you should actually feel very proud of your students for implementing all for the 4 C's, like, like collaboration, creativity, communication, and critical thinking, okay? um, while they do this, okay, your role is to be around, like to be in class and monitor them, and just to make sure that if they feel like lost or confused, and if they haven't understood what they have to do, okay, or they feel that maybe the picture that they're drawing does not represent the reading, just be around and support them. Okay, have them focus on the main idea of the reading, not on the details. So, like, tell them that the idea is to, like, the drawing should represent just the drawing should represent them, just the whole thing, and not the details, the words. Okay, just my clock is ticking as well. That's all. Thank you very much, and I hope you try it. And please, I would welcome your feedback. Let me know how it works. It's supposed to be a lot of fun.